Hello, good afternoon. May I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Please start, sir.
Yes. Swapnil Kharde, sir.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Just with the permission of our organizing secretary, Dr. J.S. Patpute Madam, to start the session. Just 1 minute. 1 minute, sir.
Hello. Dr. Khamkar.
Madam, audible. Yes, we can start, madam.
Namaste, Kharde sir.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation
Thank you.
to join as an expert in this training program.
Hello.
How many participants have joined?
Madam, 141.
141. So I think we should start. Mute everyone.
Yes, madam. Malunskar sir joined as a host. Okay, madam. Shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Mahesh Kamkar, horticulturist program coordinator of this online international training program on emerging urban farming technology for vegetable production. On the behalf of Center for Advanced Agriculture Science and Technology for Climate Smart Agriculture and Water Management, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit, Rahuri. On this occasion, I would like to welcome our today afternoon session eminent speaker, Mr. Swapnil Kharde. Uh, uh, and this today afternoon topic was green wall, growing vertically, benefits, designing and greenery. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I would like also welcome to Dr. J.S. Palputhi Madam, Organizing Secretary of this online international training program and co-principal investigator of CAST project subcampus Pune. And I would like also welcome to Dr. Gorantiwar Sir, Head Department of Agriculture Engineering, MPKV Rahuri, and principal investigator and convener of this international online training program. And welcome to Dr. Mukund Shinde sir, co-principal investigator CAST project MPKV Rahuri. And also I welcome to all participant, CAST team member, farmers, and other institute, international and national institute student and faculty also welcome to this afternoon session. And now I request to Dr. J.S. Patpute Madam, Organizing Secretary of this training program, to introduce our today's experts. Please, Madam.
Thank you, Dr. Khamkar, for your warm welcome. And it is my pleasure to introduce you with Mr. Swapnil Kharde, who is today's eminent expert faculty for the topic on uh, wall gardens. So, Mr. Swapnil Kharde is digital marketing consultant and trainer, founder of GMV Bio. He is bachelor's of agricultural biotechnology and is alumni of our university, Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapith Rakuri. In addition to that, he has completed his MBA in marketing and his PG diploma in nanotechnology. So diverse fields. He is expert of very diverse fields. So he is teaching marketing subjects right now as an assistant professor in Institute of Management, Education Research and Training, IMERT in short. And he is also promoting and branding the college on social media platforms. He also heads entrepreneurship development cell in the institute. He is also admission counselor and head of NAC criterion. Previously, he has worked in Marathwada Mitra Manda's College of Engineering as assistant professor, and he has taught marketing subjects, and he was admission counselor there and event coordinator. So he is also involved in certification process of Google Digital Marketing certification, Microsoft Blog Ads certification, Google Analytics certification, artificial intelligence. And by now he has presented research papers in two international conferences, and he has published many research papers in national and international journals, and more than 2,000 students have been trained by him in digital marketing. He also has published a book in digital business from brick to click, which is a Himalaya publication. So great biodata, and I welcome Mr. Swapnil Kharde for this afternoon session. Also on behalf of CAST, I'm very thankful that you accepted our invitation. The CAST, you are already aware about the work of Center for Advanced Agricultural Science and Technology in Climate Smart Agriculture and Water Management, since you know Dr. Gorantiwar, who is PI of this center. And during this COVID-19 situation, we are trying to promote our different programs by applying this strategy of online training. And we have completed by now 37 online trainings and 11 webinars. So thank you very much for becoming part of this. And I request you now to start your presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you all the CAST team for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to present myself and what I do. Obviously, whatever you have highlighted about me is all about my what I do as a professional. But our today's topic, which I do work on that topic, is related to green wall. So apart from my professional, whatever digital marketing career, yeah, teaching career I do have, I started my career with the help of the daily routine work. I used to go and I used to do, still I am doing, not an issue in that. But the journeys of this green wall or the concept of green wall, what I started with in the back 2017 when one of my friends were sitting and we were just discussing. Yeah, we are doing well in our curriculum part, and we are also doing professionally well in our day-to-day routine life. But what about our hobbies, and what about what we like and we don't like? So one of my hobby, is gardening, and I followed that passion in me, and I decided, my friend decided to set up a firm. But question was, what kind of firm which we should start with, and already there is a competition, and obviously we are doing a job, which has a proper schedule. Apart from doing a job, what kind of business we can do? Not a business, we can say passion we can follow. So then came a concept known as green wall, which was previously popular, but we were not aware of that. So myself and my friend started searching a lot of information about that, and we thought of, yeah, we are living in a metropolitan city, and we are facing huge problem of pollution, which is a major concern in all over globe also. But we just picturize for a particular metropolitan city where we were living, and we are facing the problem. So then the concept ignited in our mindset. Why not to follow our passion or the hobby which we are having in our mind, or which we wanted to carry forward? We are doing job, that is okay, but we are having free time on weekends. Why not to utilize that? So then came the picture in mind that green wall, we should start following our hobbies or passion. So we started searching information about how we can set up the company and all the stuff. What is a green wall? What are the different types of green wall? So that was a foundation of this.
Sir, please share your screen, sir.
Yeah, I will share. I will just sharing a 2 minutes information.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a picture. The company GMV Bio came into existence in 2017. I just wanted to highlight is that this company is just established for 3 years back, but we are doing quite good in this sector. The reasons are, I will start sharing with the slide, and my today's slide will be all about what are the benefits, how it is done, how the installation is done, what is the importance, what is the necessity of this green world, what are the different types of green wall. Uh, no doubt there are different types of green wall, but what we are working on, one of the sector or one of the green wall type where we are working, I'm sure I will guide you with the slides, and you will be able to get all the information of green wall. So I will just start sharing the slide. Yeah, hope so you can see the slides. Anyone, you can just tell me whether you can see the slides. I will just.
Yes.
Yes, yes. We
Thank
can
you.
see that. Just put it in presentation mode.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So obviously the today's topic is on the green wall, and the company known as what we founded in 2017 is GMV Bio. The punchline of company itself is growing vertically. The thought process is that we in our own career, it might be passion, it might be hobbies, it might be career, whatever it is, we always wanted to, or in futuristic, we want to grow in career as a in vertical. It should always go on the upper side. So the tagline or punchline which we thought into was growing vertically, and then they came the picture of green wall, which obviously it's all about vertical growing. So in today's let's say 1 hour for 15-minute session, I will be talking on introduction to green wall, types of green wall, what are the benefits of green wall, what are the plants which are used for green wall. Again, there are some 70 to 80 different kind of plants which are used for green wall, but I won't be able to cover up all that plants, right? And how design is done, how installation is done, what are the benefits. The most important part of today's session is what are the benefits of this, and then we'll see what challenges we face or what challenges the competitor which we do are having in this field. We'll be talking on this aspect. So as I'm talking about our company establishment, so the goal or the main purpose of our company was not to get any kind of revenue or run behind any kind of revenue. So our purpose was just to cover up all the cement walls with the help of greenery, beautiful landscape gardening. That was the aim behind the setup. So we got good response. So we'll talk later on in detail. Whatever the slides I have mentioned over here is some theoretical part I have do mention in this, but I would like to show some of the images which will highlight just like a case slate or whatever we have faced a problem, or what was the idea behind setting up a green wall. That I will be talking more and more, right? So what is a vertical gardening or green wall? So it is a special kind of urban gardening suitable for small space, particularly for decorating the walls and roofs in various styles. So in short, it is nothing but whatever wall you have in your urban places. Yeah, we are not talking about the rural places. It can be done, not an issue. But now we are focusing on urban places. Whatever the kind of walls do you have, we can, make it look as a aesthetic. We can change the aesthetic look of that wall. So that is nothing but green wall. The name itself indicates that the cement wall gets covered, and we are here to, cover up that cement wall, and we are here to convert that cement wall in a greener form. So this is a small introduction of a green wall. So this is just these slides are about theoretical part. We can say I refer some internet pages and I collected the information from that. So if you talk, there are different kind of nomenclature given by company like us or the people who are into this association, right? So some of them say it as a green wall, some of them say it as a vertical gardening. There are different nomenclature, living wall, there are different nomenclature. But if you talk from a theoretical point of view, this is what different types of wall or green wall you will find. So we'll spend few minutes on this. The major aspect which I would like to cover, again I will repeat, is different caselet or different project which we have done and what was the relevance behind that. No doubt we since 2017, we more than 100 plus projects we did for different companies, organization, private sector, government sector, PSU sector, and no doubt for the private players, for flat and bungalows also. So I will focus more on that because again I'm repeating, our aim or objective of our new business is to make these urban places as a green zone where you can breathe properly, you can take a fresh air out of that. And let me clear the working style of our business or our company is there are total 12 people we are working. I am into marketing itself. The main focus of our business is not behind the revenue. The business model is quite simple. There are different players in this field. What we do, we generally take an outsource project of this company. So what we enjoy is that we go at the field and we do all the installation. Might be the brand, might be portraying it, we have done, that's fine. But what we are doing, we are sticking to our passion. What we want to do, our aim and objective is clear. We just want to convert the cement wall into a green wall. So it is just like working on weekends. We love that and I enjoy a lot and my team also enjoy a lot. So I do a marketing part and other people's are, some of them are into logistics, some of them into handling different plants and all the supply chain management. Right? So we enjoy this this concept, green wall concept, and it gives, apart from revenue model, it gives us the happiness what we are giving back to the society. That is main motive over there. So talking about the different types of wall, we are generally into modular living wall. Our core business is into this, right? As I was talking in this in this sector of green wall, different people, different companies, different organizations give different nomenclature for this green wall or different types of green wall. Some of them say type of green wall into indoor green wall, outdoor green wall. Few define it as an artificial green wall, yeah, natural green wall. So there are different types of green wall involved. So what I am representing you is some theoretical content taken from a good website. So over here, talking about different types of green wall, we'll just focus rapidly on this. So we are into modular living wall. Our core business is focusing on this. We'll try to cover all the different types of green wall. So talking about primary difference between or different types of green wall, there are basically two types of green wall, green facades and the living walls. Again, the green facades is divided into cable and wire rope net system. Sorry. Second one, modular trills panel system. Living wall is again divided into modular living walls and vegetated mat walls. So the name, yeah, the nomenclature, whatever has been given to this type of green wall, you will come to know with the help of image, or let's say with the help of what we can say, with the help of small content which I will like to share. So first we'll talk about green facets. What are these? If you look, I will not go with this content, I will go ahead. See, if you look at the images, you will come to know, now I'm talking about the types of this green facets type, the cable and the modular. So I'm talking about first the cable part, right? Cables and wire rope. So from this image, you will come to recognize. So this is how we can develop a green wall out of cables and wires. If you talk, take an example of climber, different kind of climber plants, right? So what is a simple technology done over here? We are not doing it, but this is topic which we need to cover up. They the different types of climber plants. They come, we can get this plant and we can install on a land, and with the help of cable, these plants will climb up to the cable and they will form a wall. You can see with the help of this, right? So this is cable and rope net system. Again, same second modular system. This is also applicable to those plants which are creepers, which climbs on a particular wire or any kind of physical place where it is easy for the plants to creep up and form a wall. So this is used for a small place or small premises. Any kind of design can be formed out of this. So moving further, living wall. This is our core business, or this is where we are into, green wall. So how it is done, I will directly show. Instead of theory, see, I again don't believe in all the theoretical stuff. I would like to more focus on the images so that it gets cleared from both the angles, right? So whatever I will be speaking, it is over here, and I will show what we are into. So this is where we are into. What we do, this is this kind of installation we carry out when we are talking about green wall. So what happens in this is that generally we take what we can say, if a client approaches us, what we do, we take or we call from him pictures of the site. He generally WhatsApp us and he tells this is the location or this is a place where we want to do a green wall installation, right? So we just take the measurement from him or whatever the client might be. So he in return gives us the measurement. Depending upon the measurement, we design a panel for that. We'll come to that slide what kind of panels we do have, but this is how it works. We first take a picture and we form a design of that, and we just give information on what can be done, whether it is indoor or whether it is outdoor. So in short, this is how we work. This is how we install green wall. So what is the basic requirement for this modular living wall is that we just need any physical cement wall structure. If that is that, it might be in any condition. We don't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It should be a wall which should be a vertical. We'll be installing a green panel to it. That's it. So again, coming back to our primary objective, what was our primary objective? That will convert your physical cement wall into a green wall. So this is we are into. So this is also one of the vegetative mat wall. We are not into it, but you can see again in this case also what they do, they have a panel system which works as a mat, and the plants are installed in that mat, and it covers all the entire you can see from this image, you can see the cement wall, and it has been converted into a good greenery wall, right? From this, I just want to deviate a bit. When we started in 2017, there were problems. Okay, most of the clients were saying, "Yeah, it's coming. There will be a big maintenance cost for the planting and all the stuff. We need to keep care of that. why don't you switch yourself and go towards artificial green wall? I am not mentioned that concept in this slides, because again that is not our core objective of this business. Because artificial green wall, it's okay, it's ek bar usko install once and forget about the maintenance. Because what happens, generally 2 by 3 feet you get a panel set of that, just like the tiles which you purchase from any other store. Same kind of panels we get of artificial green wall, and you have to just paste with the help of glue to the wall, the cement wall. That is the only thing what happens in artificial green wall. We got a lot of recommendation or suggestion from the clients where we install the natural green wall. But we were like, yeah, fine, we can go with that business model also. But the main objective of our business, running this business, is to make these urban places a green place. So if we start installing the artificial green wall, it is made of fabric, plastic material. So our objective will not be fulfilled. So we never thought of going into that business. Yeah, we do got few orders of that artificial green wall, but we try to skip. I'm using the word, we try to skip taking that assignment, because again that is a business model. Agar kuch mil raha hai to dusra bhi le lo. Okay, so what I wanted to highlight is that you will see different kind of artificial green wall installed in indoor house, flat, yeah, might be any corporate world or corporate offices. It will look in a wow factor. You will get a wow factor. Wow, what kind of wall that is looking. But again, you can see the only thing you will be getting is you will look wise or aesthetic look wise, it will be looking good. That is the only thing you will get out of it. But what about the nature? What about the fresh air? What about the temperature control system? Temperature. I will come to that point, to temperature control. What about that? Again, what you are doing? Already you have installed or created a cement wall, and again you are putting one more artificially made plastic material to that. So that's why this was the reason why we didn't came into picture of this artificial green wall. Our core focus is to set up only green plants. That will be a natural green plants, not at all any kind of artificial plants. So talking about different plants which are used in this modular green wall system. Now I will talk about just modular green wall system, because our core business is into that. We are not into any kind of mat system. We are not into any kind of artificial wall system. We are just into modular green wall installation system. So talking about from our side, what kind of plants we do use, as I already earlier mentioned you, there are 70 to 80 different kind of plants which can be used, which can be installed in a green wall. So broadly speaking, we have bifurcated these plants into two things. First is the indoor plants, and second is the outdoor plant. The name itself indicates, again, first case indoor plant, these are the plants which can survive, which can sustain, which can give good results in shaded area. And second, outdoor plants which can survive, which can sustain in a outdoor any kind of condition. It might be too summer, it might be rainy, it can sustain in that. So this is two type of plant which we have bifurcated. Now talking about plant, the most important thing when we have a discussion with the clients, or when we have a discussion with the clients, their question is that they search from net or any kind of Pinterest or whatever the source they might be having. They just show us the image on WhatsApp. So this is kind of green wall we want. We appreciate they do all kind of search, and they just come up with the different plants in front of us. But again, the same question we asked to them. So first of all, we just need to know whether it is an indoor or outdoor location. That is the most important thing. If the guy says, or if the client says it is an outdoor, then we float a list of plants to him obviously that will be floating from WhatsApp. These are the list of plants and these are the pictures of the plants. You just select, and designing part will be later on. Why I'm telling you designing part will be later on, I will come to that slide also. So as I rightly told you, the first phase is that we take a picture of that location where the client or the entity wants to establish or want to develop that green wall. Once we receive the picture, location and the length and height, let's say the dimension of the area, once that had been done, then we float the different kind of indoor plants which can be installed in their premises. If it is a indoor, then we float a indoor list of plant with images. If it is outdoor, then we float images and list of outdoor plants. Now, talking about what kind of plant one should select, right? If we'll talk from a customer or client angle, obviously the only thing they want is that installation. Okay, no doubt, but the maintenance cost, we should not get any kind of maintenance cost या इसका कुछ maintenance future में होना नहीं चाहिए. That is the only basic requirement of any clients who wants to do green wall installation. So this is my suggestion to all the clients who comes and they have interaction to us. They give a good list of anthurium and all kind of good looking plants or flowers. We want this, but again we bounce back to them and we have a good discussion to them that yeah, we can supply, but if you are having a gardener with you, then you are most welcome to go with anthurium and other kind of plants or flowers. But when you are at your flat, when you want to install at your balcony, when you want to install at your bungalow, which doesn't have any kind of gardener, so we will recommend you to go with plants like syngonium, plants like fern. Apart from that, there are creepers, different rohio are there. So we keep our basket to a small area, because we bifurcate the clients into two things. One is that if the client belongs or if the client wants to install this green wall in his flat or bungalow or any kind of apartment where he doesn't have a gardener, so we restrict that people and we clients to particular list of plants. We don't float all the 70 to 82 different plants because it's quite difficult to maintain these plants. So if a person is sitting in balcony and he just wanted to enjoy the green wall scenery by sitting it in his or her balcony and sip a cup of coffee or tea, so at that case, what he will do if he's having a hobby or fond of gardening, so simply he can just do pruning and cutting or just other practices which will be a simple one to him, not to replace a plant whether it is getting dried or it is not growth is not happening. We don't want to keep that complications. So simply we float them, some 7 to 8 different kind of plants, as I mentioned you, just like syngonium, right? Fern, yeah, rohio, that kind of plants we tell them, because once in fact, apart from that, there are snake plant also. Snake plant, you might have a white peace lily. So these are the few plants which we suggest to them, because once we install that plant, the only thing you have to do is do a proper watering to that with the help of drip irrigation, that I will come across to that slide also, right? So just see that one at your balcony and just enjoy the greenery by your surrounding. That is only we want. So this is a few indoor plant list which we generally try to install to different clients, and this is a list of outdoor plants which we install in a green wall. Now I have not mentioned all the plants over here, right? Now I will talk about one of the caselet, or when I am talking about this plant, I would like to talk about one of the caselet which is mentioned in further slide, but abhi plant ka topic nikla hai, so I am happy to share over here. We did one of the project with Indian Oil, IOCL, which is known as IOCL, in the back 2018, I guess, yeah, in 18. So the requirement of IOCL was, we did it for Pune zone. The requirement of IOCL was quite simple, that we don't want any kind of maintenance wale plant. We just want a simple aesthetic look. But what was the second important point when we have a discussion, that the petrol pumps, right, where the fueling of diesel or petrol takes place, you might have also observed when the guy or the dispenser guy, when he puts the fuel into your vehicle, different kind of fumes of this petrol or diesels come out of that premises. Chote chote aate fumes, right? So their point, IOCL ka point ye tha, Mr. Siddharth was talking from IOCL from their end. Their point was that we want to control that fumes. I don't remember the technical name for that fumes, whatever they have mentioned at that end. So we discussed with them and we came across with the solution, and we came back to our office and we thought they have just 2 points in their mind. Okay, we want a good aesthetic look, in that the logo of IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, that should be incorporated. And third, the fumes or the pollution, whatever the pollution is created, might be air pollution created in that petrol pump premises, that should be controlled. That was the basic requirement. So what we did, our team came back and they did search on what kind of plants can be installed which will help to control the air pollution within that petrol pump premises. And then apart from that, it should look at the aesthetic look should be also in a better way. And these were the points which we want to cover. And the third point is that logo should be there. Logo matlab, we need to put up plants in a such a way that IOCL, the name should be highlighted. I will show the slide also. So that was a task. Why I want to tell this example or case in front of you is that the plants which I am sharing with you, that varies depending upon the requirement of the clients. Jैसे IOCL, Indian Oil ने, they told us this is our requirement. So immediately we modified the plant, modify matlab whatever the list we have prepared, that we modified, and we float with 3-4 plants, which includes the fern, Boston fern plant, which again helps to look aesthetical look. Then we went with the royo. Then we went with a different kind of syngonium plants. Different, there is a pink syngonium, white syngonium, then yellowish dark green syngonium. There are different kind of. So we made a blend of these 3-4 plants which will fulfill their requirements. I will come to that slide. Okay. So moving further, I will talk about now little bit about growing media. Now again, I am just going in a hurry way because the time constraint and all the stuff, because I'm not digging each and every aspect of this, right? So talking about the growing media, I will come back to that topic of IOCL later on, right? So I will focus on growing media, right? So what happens generally? This is a quite funny thing, right? When we float or we go with any kind of tendering, government ka jo tender rehta hai, right? We see most of the our competitor itself, they give a tender of 500 rupees per square feet. Green wall or vertical gardening, whatever the commercial aspect is, it is counted in per square feet, right? So the charge is around 500 per square feet, 600, 1000, 12, 1200, and so on. So we were shocked when we used to appear, or when we used to fill up the government tender. Few of our competitors used to give a quotation of 450 rupees per square feet, 500 rupees per square feet. We were like, yeah, come on, yeah, we are also into this business. How these people can fit into this angle, and they are giving a quotation of 450 per square feet and 500 per square feet. How it is possible? It might be the raw material, labor, we calculate all the stuff. Then what we came to realize is that, see, when any person is trying to do a business, right, obviously you will get a margin of, let's say, 2 to 5 percentage. I'm talking on the lighter side. It depends on the business to business angle. But then also it is not getting fitted. When we did our research, then we came to know that where most of the people who are and again bit deviation, there is a quite negative thing about this green wall also. There is lot of maintenance, the plants doesn't get survive, and blah blah things. So there is a negative publicity of this also. But let me clear you, this negative publicity or whatever is happening, right, this is all done by because of few players who doesn't follow a proper protocol. Protocol means I'm not going with any security, right? Protocol means whatever the things needs to be done carefully, they are not doing. I was talking about 400 rupees, 450 rupees, 500 rupees per square feet charges they are doing. So after 1 month, the plants get dried, they get damaged, nothing comes out, and then the clients and customers start complaining that this green wall, they have lot of maintenance and blah blah things. But when we did research, we came to know there are only two things. When it's also in future, if you are trying to get any kind of green wall to if your office or any kind of private place, if your flat or bungalow, do remember, if any guy, any player is trying to say that I will be installing your green wall, I'm talking about this kind of panel system only. I'm not talking about artificial sasta bhi hai. But this kind of wall, if he's quoting below 500 per square feet, mark my word, where he's playing with you, he's playing with you in a growing media. When we did a research, then we came to know the people are, or the companies which are into this business, they are saving their money in this growing medium. That was the first thing. Second thing, what they do per pot, you can see the density of the plants over here. It is quite dense. So what this competitor, what these companies generally do, first of all, they play with the media. I will come to that, what kind of media they put, growing media, right? Second, they put only one plant per pot. So that is a game over here again. So it's what happens due to this, their installation cost goes on the lower side. Apart from that, all the costs for all the companies are same. Might be in terms of raw material, plus minus, that can be. But the major difference, pricing difference is in terms of the plant's density per pot, what they are using. And second is the growing media, that is, can be any kind of growing media they are using, they are playing with this. Now I will share you with this, what kind of growing media should be used. What we use, and we get 100% result when we install, any kind of green wall to any XYZ location. Yeah, there is a chances 5% plants get damaged, but we from our side give assurance to the clients also that within 2 months, any kind of damage happens, then we will replace you free of cost. But we make sure, and we have done our research in a proper way, that we keep the growing media healthy. What I do mean by that is that, first of all, we don't use any kind of soil. That is the first thing. As you all are from, horticulture, agriculture background, you might be knowing most of the, diseases, yeah, insects, whatever the stuff is, they happens from, soil. So we totally avoid using of soil in this, first of all. And this plant, whatever we plant use, now there are 70 to 80 different kind of plants, but most of the plants, just like Syngonium, which are produced by tissue culture plantation process, right? So we go with tissue culture plants, so that at that place there is no use of soil. So what kind of mixture of this growing media we use is, we first focus on coco peat, then we use perlite. This is a mixture, right? We use coco peat, we use perlite, we use vermiculite, we use vermicompost. Then we use NPK nutrients. We do add NPK nutrients in the pots, so that there is no need of adding any kind of fertilizers for this plant for next at least 6 months, right? So most important is that the growing media, that is whether the people, whether that company is using a soil or soilless technology. Soilless technology, I'm talking about the coco peat, perlite, and vermiculite or vermicompost. So in short, to sum up this slide, what we use is, we use coco peat, We use vermiculite, we use perlite, we use vermicompost, and the last is the NPK nutrients which we add in a pot in the form of granule. And the top secret of our one more, I will not say it is secret, it is done by most of the player also, but what we do, we add bit of charcoal into that growing medium. Again, that what is the reason, उसके बहुत सारे reason है what we got feedback, but apart from what is mentioned over here, we do add charcoal into that charcoal powder, bit granule powder, because it helps to get an aeration to the roots of the plants, right? So moving further, so when the clients, when we install this kind of system, right, right, what is the care that client should take or look at? So first, we we remove the thing from the customer mind, customer or client's mind, that that green wall is too heavy to maintain. That concept we have already removed from the mindset of all the customers which we are across. So the only thing what they have to do is they have to just do a proper watering to that, timely watering. Obviously, we install a drip irrigation system to that, right? And also we add auto timer to that. No need to go and do on and off of your drip irrigation. There is a timer installed to that in a frequency of 7 days, in the frequency of 3 days, or whatever the situation might be, that watering is done, right? After that, again, we tell the clients the only thing, if you have a hobby, you like gardening, then only you have to do is you have to just remove, you have to plug the dried leaves, because when the leaves get dried, it's better, always better to leave plug out that leaves, so that the space is occupied by the new upcoming whatever the tendery leaves are coming into picture, they will get that thing. And after that, pruning, obviously pruning is nothing but just like a dried leaf, you can leave plug from the pots or the plants. And also, if you think after 6 months, 5 months, the plants are growing largely, you can just take a you can do pruning of that. No need of any kind of mali or any kind of gardener or any kind of support for that. You can do it just like a hobby. And the last important thing is that once we install, for minimum 6 months, you don't need to go with any kind of fertilizer dose, because we have already put up the granules in the pots. Once the 6-month period has been done, what you have to do, you have to just put 3 to 4 granules, whatever the fertilizer mixture we have done, you have to just put into that pots, and again you have to just sit ideally for next 6 a month, and so on. So this is actually what we are into, right? How we install, how we go with the installation of green wall. What basically we do is that generally we don't engage in this kind of basket system, because it is again a costly affair, but it looks nice, it covers all the area you can see over here. But most of the clients which we focus is we do put this kind of panel, right? And we have a pot of 5 to 6 centimeters. So first thing is that you can see over here is that we need a wall, or we need a support structure. It is a support structure. Why I'm using the word support structure? If you are not having a wall, right, and you are just having a certain kind of fabrication material over which might be a steel or any kind of, we can apply to this. I will tell you an example of this. When we work for an Indian Oil or a project Indian Oil ka, they wanted to form a compound wall for their just like a French system, right? So they were having mesh wall with them. The mesh steel mesh aati hai. I am not able to show the picture, but they were, we are having we have not developed any kind of compound wall structure for our petrol pump. Can you help, or can you suggest any idea to us? So what we simply told them, just do one thing. You can just vertically you can install this steel frame over there, and we'll just put up this kind of panels. So this will help as a a wall for you guys. So instead of creating a compound wall of cement blocks, simply they avoided that, and they just approach us, our team, and they just told us, okay, we'll, instead of going for any kind of wall, cement wall, we'll go with this type of structure of 6 feet in height. So we just install the panel. So a single panel comes in a height of 1.5 feet. This panel, you can see it is of 1.5 feet in height. So you can multiply by this and you can increase the height. And on a width size, you can increase depending upon your requirement. So first of all, we install this kind of panel. Once this panel has been installed, obviously to install this panel again, we don't directly install this panel. There is a screw fitting to this. You can see over here. So what we do first, obviously, if you this is we generally use 2-inch or 1.5-inch self screw for fitting of this panel. So what we do, if we'll look for this panel, we require 4 this self screw. If you look, ऐसे तो we'll require more and more, बहुत सारे screw लगेंगे, and that will damage the wall also. So what we do, we take a support of 2 by 1 inch of fabrication, and then we fix that to the wall. So the wall doesn't get damaged, and there is no more drilling on a wall also. So first we decide the wall, the place where we want to do, then we fix this kind of panels, right? Then once that has been done, then we install the drip irrigation system. You can see over here, we have installed a drip irrigation system. Once that has been done, then we fix, or we just put these pots to this frame. And these pots do have minimum 2 plants. This is from our side, we put 2 plants in a single pot. So this is how it ends and how it looks in the end. This is just an example. Now talking about the designing part, once the frame or once the paneling has been done, you can change. See, this doesn't matter. This will be going in the backside of the curtain. You will not see any kind of things, or ye piche rahega, all the stuff. But once this has been done, then the picture comes of design. Now, then we ask the client, what kind of design are you expecting? Yeah, we take that in the initial stage only, right? So depending upon his design, which plays the color combination, the color combination of plants, or what are the plants combination we change. I will come to that slide. So the only thing what I wanted to explain from this slide is that this is how we do installation of this green wall. Now the most important thing, why one should go with this green wall. You can see a view of balcony which we have recently installed in one of the flat. So first important benefit of green wall is the aesthetic look or effect. It will give you, a good aesthetic view, a natural view to your premises. After that, second important benefit is that act as a natural insulation for hot and cold air and saves energy for your building. Now this is a bit a technical word, but whenever you install this kind of green wall to your, again it is artificial, not sorry, again it is a natural green wall. I'm not talking about artificial. When you install this kind of wall, then your surrounding will get cool air, right? Then another benefit is that it reduces the air pollution, right? Because it ultimately reduces the CO2 level of your premises. Now, next, apart from that, there are few benefits that I can talk about. It, sound absorption and noise absorption also happens. This indirectly helps, your building, your premises to lower down, right? And apart from that, you can talk about the benefit is that, water, jitna water usko zarurat hai, that quantity of water only we provide. Hardly we run the water for 1 minute or 2 minutes, not more than that. So whatever the requirement of water is required for this plant, that is given to that for 1 minute or two, depends upon the area again, and it is automized. So in this case, the water also gets saved. So these are the benefits, yeah, of green wall. Apart from that, I will like to share, green wall can be used to, form a fence or compound wall for your premises. That can be one of the thing. It also it can be used for different purpose also. One of the good purpose I would like to share is that in this lockdown, what we have designed is that one of the thing, most of the people who are working, right, they spend their 7 to 8 hours, in desk job or any physical place in their cubicles. So at that place, most of the people do have a small pot in that there is a plant, one plant, and they do watering. The few people I have seen, I have observed. But for that places also, to get a fresh air at your desk, it is just not a fresh air. But if you'll talk about, look wise, or when we have a nice surrounding to us, we get encouragement, or we get a motivation to work that place. So we have come across some vertical panels where you can insert, or you can right, you can just install that panel to your place where you're working, and you can enjoy 16 to 17 plants, different kind of plants. And why I'm using the word different kind of plants, for example, snake plant, yeah, white peace lily plant, yeah, let's say fern plant. This plant you can search on the net also. They are known for their air purified plants. So you can think, when this kind of plants at your premises, you will get healthy atmosphere, you will get the fresh air, and that will ultimately impact on your health. It will give a good result to your health and also your surrounding people, right? So yeah, I will come to this slide also. Okay, so we also got one of the good suggestions from one of our client that, sir, when you are talking about greenery, health, fresh air, then you are trying to reduce the CO2 carbon content from the air, and you are working as a indirectly you are working for the society to reduce the noise pollution and air pollution. But what about the panels which you are using? From his point, it was right. The panel which you have made is of plastic. So we were stumped. We were not able to speak up any point on that. But then we came to know, yeah, we should work on that also. So in this lockdown period, we read one of the article, one of the IFS officer from Tripura, yeah, I don't remember the location. He also did that kind of work, and simultaneously we have also started working on that. So whatever the panel I told you about, this pots and panel, now we have replaced, and we are trying to, we have already designed and we have done our research also. So in future we have replace these pots, in short, the plastic material, whatever we were using, with bamboo. You all might be knowing the bamboo, right? The only thing I can't share that with you, because it is in our working phase. So instead of this thing, you will see the bamboo, and that bamboo you will find this green wall plants over there. So this will be designing for the small premises. Small premises, matlab, when I'm talking about small premises, your desk, right? So you will get the aesthetic look of the bamboo, and in that bamboo, right, you will find different kind of plants. See, most of the thing, what happen when we have different kind of functions, right? We generally give some kind of gift to the guest, or a token of love or appreciation from the organizers to different people. In some cases, we give saplings also, right? Because sapling के नीचे बहुत सारे वो पौधा दिया जाता है. We have again plastic is over there. So we thought of that also. We'll try to reduce that also. Again, we brought a new picture in that that we will use bamboo plant, and in that bamboo plant we'll try to insert a layer which becomes a vertical kind of wall that can be given to the guest who will be the for that session or any kind of activity. So this is how we try to or trying to overcome this plastic picture, right? So this is a few slides which I wanted to share with you. right? So this is right. This is from Hyderabad, right? So you can see how the name of Hyderabad has been designed with the help of different plants. Let's say reed plant is used over here. So they have formed name of Hyderabad, and this also work as a wall. Matlab, no one can see what is on the other side of the ground, right? So instead of creating a cement wall, they came up with a good idea. You can see over here in the slide there is a fabrication work. On that fabrication work they have trying to install this kind of green wall, and you will not see the panels or the whatever the black, I was talking about this kind of pots. Once the plants are fully grown, the only thing you will be able to see all the plants or the greenery over there. So this is one of the slide which I wanted to share. Second slide is from Pune. I came across with this. I am from Pune, so I have seen this when this was in this form. I am using the word is this form. When it was looking as it is, what you see in a picture, I also visited, I also saw, I was quite happy. This kind of pillar on pillar vertical wall was made in Nagpur also for metro, but I'm talking now of Pune. So when I saw this kind of thing, I was happy. I really appreciated the work done by whatever the company they did this work. But later on, what I found in the month of summer, all the plants went dried. ये पूरा structure flop हो गया. Now the case is that if you visit Pune, you will not find this structure. So that's why I'm telling you, the biggest game over here is that growing medium. Now I'm 100% sure the person, the company who has taken this contract, they might have used the soil in this thing. Because all the disease, all the pest comes from the soil, and again that hampers the plants and they will not show a good result, right? So this is what a case list I wanted to share with you. Now this is the second case list which I wanted to share with you, which we started working with Indian Oil. You can see they have also tweeted to the Indian Oil company and all this stuff. So apart from the dispenser unit, they call it as a dispenser unit. So whenever a person comes and fills up with the petrol or diesel, whatever, the fumes gets up in the premises. In short, pollution gets created over there. So we installed white lily, peace lily plant over there and the syngonium plant over there. So this plant will help to observe the air pollution, whatever is happening in these premises, right? So this is I'm not sharing all the case with you, but something unique which is helping the society to control the air pollution across. And you can see, as I was talking previously, they wanted to make their name just like Hyderabad over here. The Indian Oil also wanted to make IOCL as a brand name over here. Now again, they are what we call what we can say it as the spending for this project or this task was on a bit lower side. They said we can't spend, this is a pilot project and we need all kind of approval. So jo sasta hai wo bata do. So we were okay, fine. So what happened? You can see in this picture, they were not having a wall over here, but they were having a zigzag mesh kind of what we can say. In order to store onions, we use that kind of mesh, right? So that they were having over here. So what we did, we told them, okay, already you have mesh over here. So what we'll do, we'll just hook our pots over there and you will get the result. So this is how we innovated. We reduced the price of from our side, but we never played with our growing media. So moving further, you can see, so this is a larger picture of this. You can see there is no wall behind that, but still with the help of pot, we tried to design. This was a pilot project which started with, right? So we just inserted the pots. So there was no need of any kind of wall. This is not their place. This is Whatever you see of white color, this belongs to some other party, but they wanted to create something over here. So we just designed a small thing out of that. Ultimately, aesthetic look is another picture, but they had a low budget, so we tried to put up over here. So you can see again this kind of wall as a we can say just like a compound wall, you can design or you can create a fabricated wall. You can use this for your parking space, or if you are having lobby in your let's say office work, yeah, where you're working, the institute, yeah, in your bungalow area, you can install this kind of uh, green wall. Again, now you can see right now you can see the pots, black color pots gets appeared, but the day by day when the plant grows, this will get on the backside of the curtain, and you will just see the plants uh, appearing and looking over here. Now, see, as I told you, you can change the whatever design you want. It is just moving the pots from one bracket to another bracket. You can see these are the pots. Suppose I don't want this syngonium plant in a linear fashion. So what I will do, I will simply, anyone can do that. You can just simply remove these pots and you can insert over here. So let's say monthly, whatever you feel, so you can play with the design, right? Most of the people don't know that. They think so. Now the company came and they installed this kind of thing, and we'll go with this. But once we install, we tell them if you want to change the design, you can do, or you can play with any kind of design over here. So this is a recent project which we did for HPCL. You can see now. You can see if you look closely, HPCL. The plants are too small. We completed this project. Recently we completed this project. You can see this was a plain wall. The people who are going from Mumbai to Pune, or Pune to Mumbai. Sorry, Pune to Mumbai. You can see one of the company operated HPCL, Hindustani Petroleum. They have their own petrol pump on that highway, express highway, when you are going from Pune to Mumbai. So we did a project. Their requirement was that this wall was quite, it was a simple wall. They wanted something greenery over there, and they were having this structure. They were having this place also, and they were having canteen premises where the people can sit. So what we did, we simply had a discussion with their office person or the manager level person, and now you can see there was no wall over here. You can't see any kind of wall. So we did a fabrication work over there, and we installed the panels, and on that panels we just put up the pots which had different kind of plants, and we used the word HPCL. We designed the word HPCL with the help of plants. Again, the combination of plants, we have installed a fern over here, and snake plant, and that kind of plants we try to get into it. Now, talking about this picture, what we did, now this is a place where this wall is of restroom or washroom. The people used to come and they used to go left and right as depending upon the so this was the place. It was empty, and they can't put any kind of horizontal gardening. They don't wanted to do any kind of horizontal gardening over here. So they thought of why not to install a green wall over here, and that will look good from far away distance also. So we came up with this kind of picture, and we gave them that wall. This is a wall which it was looking previously, and we made with the help of different plants and panels. We created this kind of wall, which helped them to gain this HP logo also, and it helps as per aesthetic look also. Again, they had a canteen nearby place. This is of one side. I'm just throwing different angles. So they had a canteen. So we brought some plants and designing over here, and that is how the people can stand. They can have a tea and coffee over there, simply looking at and taking a good aesthetic look of this. So this is from my side. I tried to cover not most of the part, but the basic, again, the basic aim of our business of this green wall is to create pure air or reduce the air pollution in the urban area. That is motive behind our companies, motive and the people which we are working, right? So apart from my regular professional life, I am doing this, and this is just request to all the participants, try as much as green wall setup to your premises. You can get it from anyone. You will might be people from any state, district. You will get local players nearby your urban places or nearby your flat. You can approach them and you can start setting up this green wall. This will help not just to control the air pollution, but also it will help to maintain your health properly by getting a aesthetic look and getting a fresh air to you guys, all of you. That is from my side. Now I will put this forum open for Q&A session if the organizer committee permits me to do so.
Hello. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. There are questions in chat box also.
Yes. Before the chat box question, we will invite. Hello, madam.
Hello, Dr. Khamkar.
Yes, please go ahead.
Excellent presentation and excellent information, sir. Thank you very much for giving benefit of your knowledge and experience to all our participants. So thank you very much. Now I open this topic for discussion, and Dr. Khamkar informed me that Mr. Shriram Gopal, who is founder and CEO of Future Farms, which is India's largest hydroponics and vertical farming technology company. He is available here with us. And Dahiya Madam, who is Vice Chancellor of the Women's University in Jaipur. She is also an international consultant in this regard. So I request them to participate in the panel discussion so that all the participants will be benefited. So welcome, Shriram Gopal sir. Hello. Hello sir. Unmute kara. Unmute doctor. Unmute. Unmute Mr. Shriram Gopal.
Hello.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, now we
can. Ma'am, good evening. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was a wonderful presentation, so very happy to be here.
So nowadays, I have heard that even because of this carbon credit thing, means carbon emission, and then whatever you emit, that should be again, in terms of green credits or carbon credits, one has to earn. That theme has come, and that's why the IT companies are also asked to produce some carbon credits by having these vertical walls or green walls. And they do not know with their existing structure how to actually design these walls inside the premises. So this is really a booming area, and certainly someone who acquires the knowledge of this particular topic and enters into this sector, it's a long going sector, and they will be benefited. Khamkar, you need to unmute most of the panelists.
Yes, and ma'am, I unmute Bhaskar Rao sir.
Yes. Yes, Bhaskar Rao sir, what is your opinion about it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Like, I'm not much into that aspect, but one thing I just wanted to share is maybe if you're looking into some sort of food production also from these green walls, then I'm not very sure as to how the industry will take it, especially the people who are already there, well established. But if it would be a food wall, it would be green plus it would give you food also. That's my very remote thought. So let's see how the panel reacts to it, especially
Okay.
Sriram sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Bhaskar sir. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes.
So, yes, Bhaskar sir, talking to your point, right? I would like to share one of the raw fact which I came from one of my client. She was a lady from Pune. We installed this vertical wall to her flat premises. So what happened due to might be the XYZ reason? What happened? The 2 or 3 pots didn't grow up properly. The plants didn't grow up. So what she did, she simply put up seeds of palak, the spinach, and dhania, their coriander.
Very smart lady.
Yeah, she did, and she just text me, this is what we did, and she didn't told me ki we are doing this. Once the growth happened of that coriander and spinach, she just sent me the snap of that thing. We have started this also. So just to share to your point, yeah. So that can be done in future.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Great initiative.
Yeah, just to add to that, so in Chennai, for a resto bar, they wanted a vertical wall done inside the restaurant, where they wanted to grow mint and a couple of other condiments that they actually put in their cocktail to serve to the customers. So they wanted to create a concept where they are just harvesting everything from the wall. So one of the challenges that we had while doing that is, when you set it up, you obviously need to look for the grow lights, because unlike the shade plants, most vegetable plants require at least 25,000 kilolux plus. So we had to install those lighting for that. And the second challenge that we saw was the maintenance part of it, right? Because if you leave it outside, then there are pests and disease that come in more easily, because these vegetable crops are more susceptible. Once you put in inside, they are not maintaining that, right? Like, because they just use it however they want, and then they overgrow or undergrow. So that was one of the challenges that we found in incorporating food into walls. Just to add to the,
Okay,
Yeah,
can
great,
I
great.
also
Yeah.
add something, Bhaskar Rao sir?
Sure, ma'am.
I
Yes, ma'am.
tried
ma'am.
the same thing as Sri Ram ji, he was mentioning in a 5-star here, and that was again a bakery cum cafe. It started with parsley, chive, rosemary, and basil. So initially, yes, the same problem was there, but of course with the grow lights. And later on, I personally had to train that supervisor and the gardener and the cook, the chef, actually, not the cook, but the chef. Personally, I had trained them for pruning and trimming and how to replace the pots, how to replace the media. It was quite challenging, but it is amazing to see that after so many years, I went and I saw that they have listened to me finally. Somebody listened and they are growing it very well nowadays. So, and also I have some friends here from the army background whom we created some sorts of these leafy vegetables for them on the rooftop under the open. And some people live within their premises, within their verandas, we created. So, but then it takes a lot of time to train people how to take care of this kind of walls and maintain them. That is the biggest challenge.
Yeah, madam gave me some photographs. She sent me some photographs on WhatsApp. These vertical gardens are prepared by her students mostly. So they are beautiful, and it shows that it works very well everywhere.
Yeah, actually, we train the students. It's part of their syllabus. as well as we have trained, I have personally trained some of the nurserymen here, very young nursery people who they were getting the clients, but they didn't know what to do and how to do it. So they traveled to Pune many a times. They brought their structure, but they were not able to perform well. So basically, we just trained them, and now they are on their own. They have become good entrepreneurs and businessmen in vertical walls.
So, Madam is a Vice Chancellor of Women's University in Jaipur. You already know. She's running some 116 academic programs related to agriculture. So I think that's all. And Dr. Khamkar, now you can take some questions from the participants.
In participant side, one question: what's the difference between indoor flowers growing and the wall plant plants?
I didn't get the question.
What's the difference between indoor flowers growing and wall plants?
So maybe they want to know what is the difference between the indoor gardening and
Outdoor.
the wall gardening in respect of plants.
So what I am getting is that, what is the difference between indoor garden and the outdoor garden?
Yeah.
Is it so?
Yes.
Okay. See, the term which we have used is indoor garden is nothing but, shaded area. So what kind of plants we do use over there is that the place or the premises where the sunlight doesn't come. So at that place, at that premises, we install those kind of plants which doesn't require much sunlight, or they can survive without sunlight also, or a slight light, right? And the outdoor plants or the outdoor premises are those kind of premises where any kind of plants which requires, let's say, 12 hours of sunlight, that kind of plants we install in a outdoor premises. Yeah, in indoor also we do require sunlight, but at that places we can give a provision of LED lights where the plants can survive also. Yeah.
Next question, Dr. Khamkar.
Yes, madam. Sir, how to the manage of low cost in wall garden?
Low cost. Okay. See, if you want to go with the low cost, the lowest cost can be, as I told you, the mesh wire which we get, right? It ranges from 4 feet to 7 feet. You can purchase that wire and you can do a fabrication. I'm talking about the mesh wire, means you might have seen 1 by 1 inch, a wire system, right? So you can simply purchase from any, hardware store, and you can install that mesh wire with the help of a fabricator to your wall or any kind of place where you want to install. And simply you can purchase the pot, the hook pots, which comes at a price of, let's say, 12 to 20 rupees. GST obviously depends from where you're purchasing. And simply you can just purchase plants from the nursery or any local store, and you can do your wall. That is the low cost set up by your own. You can get online also that pots. You can simply purchase that. You just need a support to hook that pot, because the pots have hook material behind that. So you need a supporting system to hook that pots.
Okay. What is the overall cost of per square meter?
So we generally now talking about per square feet. I will talk about per square feet. What we charge is we charge for minimum 550 per square feet, and it can last to 1,000 also, depending upon again the place plants which we go with. But minimum what we have set a benchmark is 550 per square feet.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Madam, in chat box, no other questions.
So I have a question for Mr. Swapnil.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Swapnil, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah. So you said one of the biggest cost factors in vertical wall is the substrate.
Yeah.
So have you tried, growing these plants without a substrate, any of those substrates that you're talking about?
No, we have not tried it. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because that could be an interesting thought, right? Like if,
Yeah, surely. I will get touching with you. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think Dr. Kamkar, we can end this session
Yes,
with
okay.
vote of thanks.
Yes.
So thank you, Kharde sir, for accepting our invitation, and we expect the same kind cooperation in future. So I hand over this session to Dr. Kamkar for vote of thanks in ending the session.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you. Today's eminent speakers, Swapnil Kharde sir, very nice and informative lectures to the green wall, growing vertically benefits and designs very well. And I also thanks to
Shriram Gopal Saranna, thank you one.
yes, today's open discussions members
Bhaiya madam,
Shriram
Bhaskar Rao
Gopal
sir.
sir, Bhaskar sir, and Roya madam. Shriram Gopal sir is a founder and CEO of Future Farms, India largest hydroponic and vertical farming technology companies in Chennai, located at Chennai. It's a very known person in hydroponic. So last 10 to 20 years.
No, only 7 years. Only 7 years.
Hi. Yes. Thank you to all participants attending these sessions patientfully. And I would like to thanks to Dr. Sunil Goranti, our Head Department of Agriculture Engineering and convener of this international training program, principal investigator of CAST project. And also thanks to Dr. Mukund Shinde sir, co-principal investigator, CAST project, MPK Rahuri. Thanks CAST team member and all participants, those who are attending various sectors, institutes, international and national institutes, faculties, and